Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to section for loop structure. The for loop structure actually is another style for counter control of while structure. Okay, that was the first while structure that we learned. Okay, right. So for loop, that's why for loop called a counted or index for loop. Okay, so for this is the syntax for statement. We have for reserved word. Okay, then we have a parenthesis. So inside the parenthesis, we have three loop control statement. Okay, which are initial statement, loop conditions. Okay, update statement, and then we have a statement here. So if we have compound statement, we need to put inside the curly braces. Okay. Okay, so this is the representation of for loop using flowchart. Okay, first we execute an initial statement. Okay, then we will evaluate loop condition. If loop condition return true, we will execute the statement, and then we will update the statement. So update statement is the third expression in the parenthesis. Okay, we will again repeat the steps. Okay, as long as loop condition return as true. So once loop condition returns false, we will terminate the for loop structure. Okay, so for this example here, okay, we have initial statement I equal to 0, and then we need to evaluate the loop condition 0 less than 10 true. Okay, so we will execute the statement. So we will display I value, which is 0. We will print 0. Okay, then we will update I value. So I now equal as 1. Okay, so we will again test the loop condition. 1 less than 10 true. Okay, so we will display I value, which is 1. Okay, so we will keep repeating this step until I is equal to 10, because when I is equal to 10, 10 less than 10 false. Okay, so once it's the loop condition return false, we will exit the loop structure. Okay, so we will continue with the next statement, which is inline manipulator. Yeah. Okay, so for this example, okay, here we have the initial statement I equals to 1, I equal to 1. Okay, 1 less than or equal to 5, true. Okay, so we will print here we have a compound statement inside the curly braces. Okay, we will print hello. Okay, we have inline manipulator, so we will display the cursor to the new line. Okay, and then we will print asterisk. Okay, so for this for loop, it will output hello. Okay, and then asterisk on the separate lines for 5 times. Okay, right. So if we look to this, when we compare example 1 and 2, it look like similar. However, example number 2 is missing from the curly braces. So what the consequences if we forgot to put curly braces on the compound statement? So it will print hello for 5 times. Okay, then only it will print the asterisk. Okay, because in this statement, in this for loop structure, okay, since it doesn't have a curly braces, okay, it will execute only the first statement. Okay, right. Even though it seems like we put the second statement, we apply the indentation. Okay, but the indentation is a misleading here. Okay. Okay, we look at this. Okay, this is example to show us a semantic error. So what does it mean by semantic error? So semantic error when we have a semicolon at the end of the for loop statement. Okay, at the for statement. Okay, so in this example, okay, we initialize I equal to 0, 0 less than 5, true. Okay, when we want to execute this statement, okay, we want to display asterisk. Okay, since we have semicolon at the end of the for statement, okay, we will we will not execute the statement. Okay, we just then we will just update the update the I value. Okay, I equal to 1. So meaning that we will repeat this statement for 5 times, but it will execute 5 empty statement. So we need to be careful, okay, to make sure that we will not have a semantic error. Okay, so for this statement, okay, so for this for structure, it's a legal for loop. However, it can cause a infinite loop. Why? Because when we meaning that when we don't write the for the loop control statement, okay, our loop condition is always true. Okay, so since the loop condition is always true, okay, we will print hello indefinitely. Okay, right, so we have to be careful. Okay, even though it's legal, but it's infinite for loop. Okay, so for this example, we also can count for loop. We can count backward using a for loop. So for example here, okay, we start with we initialize I equal to 10. Okay, then we test the loop condition. 10 is greater than or equal to 1, true. Okay, so here the difference is normally we will increment the I value, but here we will decrement the I value. Okay, that's why we will get this output. Yeah. Right. Okay, the last example here. Okay, so we can increment we can increment or decrement the loop control variable. Okay, by any fixed number. Okay, so for example here, okay, we can increment or decrement the loop control variable, okay, by any fixed number. So in this example, we will increment I value um, we will increment I, okay, by 2. Okay, so first we initialize I equal to 1, okay, and then we test the loop condition. 1 less than or equal to 20, true. Okay, then we will print I value, which is 1. Okay, next we will update the I value. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay, right. So 3 less than or equal to 20, true. Okay, so print I 3. So that's why we will get this value. Okay. So this value is fixed number which is incremented by 2. Okay. So alright, that's all for loop control structure. Thank you for watching.